Today I'm reviewing the Apevoix Grit in-ear monitors, this tribrid monitor with one dynamic driver, 4 balanced armatures, and 1 bone conductor driver. Let's get it. What's cracking, audio fans? It's David here from Prime Audio Reviews. So check out the name of this thing, Apevoix Grit. No idea what that means. No idea where they come up with these names, what country it's from. I'm assuming it's a Chinese brand, but anyway, regardless of that, the price of this is it's currently $206 on Linsol. I see the regular price is like $220. So we're in the same range as the Kiwi Ears KE4 and the nice HCK NX8, etc., the Moondrop Cadence. Now have a look at this. Have a look at this. They're trying to make a statement, and they succeeded. As far as I'm concerned, they've done it. They've done just that. Look at this awesome case. That is so damn cool. It clips open like that. Inside, normally the IEMs would be there. You don't get many ear tips. You get like 3 pairs of silicones and 1 pair of foam ear tips. That's not much for a $200 set, but this box is awesome. I'll just put that aside. Let's have a look at the IEMs, and there they are. What should we do first today? Let's do the IEMs first today. They're freaking huge, mate. They're so big. Would you look at that? They are enormous. So if you've got tiny ears, or if you don't like big IEMs, you better look elsewhere. So even for me and my pretty big ears, these protrude because they're just so damn long, and the nozzles are pretty long too. So that's one thing to keep in mind if you're interested in these. The design is pretty cool. The faceplates kind of reminds me a bit of the original Mangurt T, this sort of low-key carbon fiber-ish broken up pattern with flecks of gold in there. Pretty cool, pretty low-key, nice build quality. Comfort-wise, well, it's going to depend on your ears. I actually find them comfortable if I don't want to move, or especially there's no chance you're going to lay down in the bed or anywhere with these. But let's have a look at the cable now, and it's a gorgeous cable, absolutely beautiful. Now, as far as I can see, it's only available with this 3.5mm termination, and that's a bit of a bummer because these IEMs, they require quite a bit of driving power, so I definitely wouldn't recommend running these straight out of your phone. You'll need some kind of dongle DAC or amplification. But anyway, we've got this nice termination with a bit of carbon fiber pattern there, same as the Y splitter. Got a little black bead for our chin slider, and standard 2-pin 0.78mm connectors. But overall, that's a beautiful cable. Unfortunately, it would be really nice at this price point to get a modular cable with a 3.5 and 4.4mm interchangeable termination. But let's come back to these IEMs. So, tribrid, got a bone conductor in there. You're probably thinking, whoa, bone conductor, fancy. Well, I don't know. It's really hard to tell if the bone conductor driver is actually doing anything. When you put these in your ears, well, at least for me, or if you just tap them with your finger, you get that, you can hear the bone conductor driver ringing. And if you're not familiar with a bone conductor, it's like some kind of material that's suspended on a spring or a suspension system. And as the air vibrations pass through it, it vibrates and it enhances the bass. But, well, I don't know. We'll get into the bass more in a second. Let's get into the sound now. And look, people around the web, reviewers, have been getting pretty excited about this thing and raving about it and saying that it's, wow, these sound as good as really, really expensive IEMs. Well, maybe they do, maybe they don't. Let's try to break it down. Overall, pretty balanced, I would say. Look, some people have said that it's got a really nice warm tonality. I'm not hearing that. I hear this as more of a neutral bright. sound signature, believe it or not. And that's largely tied into the bass. Now, the bass, the quality of the bass is outstanding. It's fantastic. Well defined, lovely clean leading edges, very sort of tactile responsive bass. And whether it's because of the bone conductor or just the dynamic driver itself, it does have a sense of depth and naturalness to it. However, the quantity of the bass, well, it's not as much as I would like, but just because it doesn't suit my personal preferences, it doesn't mean that it's not good, the bass. Personally, I would like a bit more. I find it a bit lean in the low end. There's not enough meat there for my satisfaction. However, like I said, the quality of the bass is outstanding. It's very fast, it's super controlled, it doesn't bleed in the least into the mid-range. And on top of that, the bass has a lovely timbre. So all pretty good in there. Now onto the mid-range. The mid-range is, well, in some ways it's quite outstanding. First of all, excellent clarity. Fantastic instrument and vocal, like instrument separation throughout the mid-range. Beautiful clarity, like I said. Good detail, good nuance in there. However, I find that I have to listen to this IEM at reasonably low volume levels, because if I start to turn up the volume, I find that the mids, the core mid-range even, and especially the upper mid-range, starts to get a little bit shouty for my taste. It's a little bit bright up there, a little bit dry. I would say the note size in the mid-range is just a little bit on the lean side. It could use a little added touch of warmth for naturalness and ease of listening. And then we've got the treble, and look, the treble is actually really quite lovely. It's very precise. It's got a good timbre. It's got lovely decay on hi-hats and cymbals. It is the soundstage is really quite wide on this IEM, and that's largely due to, well, two things: the attenuated bass level and the excellent treble. So I don't really have any complaints about the treble itself. It's very good quality. However, I just would like a little bit more in the low end to counterbalance it, because once again, it starts to sound a bit bright. And I simply can't listen to this IEM as loud as I would like to. When one of my, favorite songs comes on, I want to turn up the volume and jam with it. With this one, you kind of get punished in a way for that. So soundstage, super wide, really good height in the staging as well, and pretty good forward depth, excellent detail retrieval, good instrument separation, good overall resolution, just a bit on the brighter side. So what does that all mean? Is it actually any good? Should I buy it or not? Well, personally, I wouldn't buy this. Look, objectively, this is a fantastic IEM. It performs really, really well. The quality of the bass, like I said, outstanding. Clarity in the mids, the detail in the treble, the precision in the imaging, the width of the soundstage, everything is there. But you know what? I find it kind of boring. It's a little bit too analytical for me. If I'm listening to certain music genres like acoustic guitars, classical music, vocal-centric music, this is a fantastic IEM. It sounds really, really nice. But as a daily driver, it just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't move me. And once again, I'm not going to dock points for that. I'm just trying to let people know. This is more of an analytical IEM, not a particularly musical one. It is impressive objectively, but subjectively, I simply don't like it that much. But I am impressed with it. Like, for example, I would certainly take the Kiwi Ears KE4 over this. I would take even the nice HCK NX8 over this. Let's talk about the Moondrop Cadence. Which one would I choose? You know what? I would have to A-B them, because I'm not particularly impressed with either one in terms of daily driver-ishness. If I am speaking English, yes, I am, believe it or not. So at the end of the day, as always, as with every IEM and every headphone, it's going to depend on your personal preference. What do you want from an IEM? Do you want to sit there and, you know, revel in every minute detail, every breath, every finger on the guitar string sound that comes through? Or do you want something that just makes you go, when you hear something great? I know it sounds like I'm bagging on these, but I'm not. I'm just saying it's not for me, the tuning. However, I'm pretty excited about this brand, and I cannot wait to see what else they bring out in the near future, because I reckon with a little bit of a different tuning perspective on this IEM, I'm probably going to absolutely love it. Having said that, I'm going to wrap it up there. So thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, Pa Family, audiophile style. If you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button before you go. And until next time, I'll see you later.